Welcome to Texas Motor Speedway. Qualifying underway for the ARC Music Gen 4 Cup Series. You see the 26 on track. That's actually the 77. Travis Scrimmetta on your scoreboard. Beautiful looking Crown Royal car. I was actually thinking about running this paint scheme for my throwback on Monday nights in the ARCA series. So now I'm getting a good look at it. This is Travis Scrimmetta in the Crown Royal 26. Watching him on his qualifying lap. Drivers have 5 minutes to try and take 2 cracks at their fastest lap. Travis' first one down and away should set the first benchmark time. See what we post, a 29.45. Let's see how that stands up as Cody Cleaver was fastest in practice. Ian Montrose jumps up there with a 28.9. Cleaver goes P2, 28.98 to Montrose's 28.97. All these cars are Chevys. We put all kinds of things on them. Wow, look at the looseness in the 2 car there. He is hanging it out there. He's going to spin it into the grass. Cleaver will not be your pole sitter today. Let's see if Hayden in the 56 Pontiac can jump up there. Oh, the ARCA Monday? Yeah. I mean, maybe I'll run a Ford. Who knows? I can get a Ford out. Hayden down in 4th for qualifying. Cody Brown jumps over him with the AC Delco Chevrolet. Love Cody's very classic look there. 05 Monte Carlo. Trent Sneed, everybody's favorite, in the Corvette, jumps up to P2. Small field tonight. Looks like we have 12 cars registered. A lot going on over in the CTC League. They have the Daytona Duels going on. I'll be trying to pay attention to basketball as VCU's in the NIT playing right now against the Utah. Probably going to get destroyed, but hey, worth keeping an eye on. Trenton's lap sets him P2. Cody Brown 4th. Catalano's heading out in the 54. Elston's on track along with John Garrett. Garrett, the Texas native. I'm sure he'll like to do well here tonight. First lap post in P7. See if he can pick it up on lap number 2. So far, Montrose and Scrimmetta, the only ones to pick up on lap number 2. Out of the 6 that have completed their quali. Garrett's second lap of 29.05 puts him in 5th. Elston crossed the timing line, completes his second lap, 29.28. He will remain in the 8th spot. Catalano looks like has had contact with the wall and hits it again. Catalano will not get a lap to count in the 54. Looks like twice that 54 car got tight out of 2 and smacked the outside wall. So 8 cars will officially have qualified. Let's go chat with Ian Montrose, our pole sitter for tonight. Ian, DG, you got a copy?
Hello.
Well, you've won the pole here for tonight at Texas. How do we feel about staying up there for the duration of the race, or at least getting back up there at the end?
Shocking. Shocked. Bewildered that I am pole.
I mean, you always have speed, and now you are showing it off a little bit.
Yeah, it was super loose in qualifying, so I don't know. Like everybody's like a couple of tenths off their practice time, so we'll see how the race goes. Hopefully it's not going to be a tire wear fest, but probably will be. So we'll see what happens.
It is Legacy Texas. That's kind of the name of the game at this track. We'll see just kind of how it goes overall. Good luck to you. Get out on track so I can show you off your car.
Stage at the end of
Will
55.
do.
Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you.
Goodbye. There's our pole sitter. Took him a while to get out there. Let the rest of the grid up as we get our Labor 12 starting lineup. Speaking of Texas, Labor 12 out of Lubbock, Texas. I'm sure some of the guys actually get out to Texas to watch some of the races. I know the drummer Randy does. We have on pole Ian Montrose in the Autism Awareness Chevrolet. Starting second, Trent Sneed, Treon Technologies Corvette. Rolling off outside pole. We have Cody Cleaver in the Buc-ee's car. Look, doesn't even have a manufacturer. It's like Buc-ee's just slapped together a car and they made it. They're going to be running from the third spot on the start. Cody Brown, AC Delco Chevrolet, rolls off in the fourth spot. And I'm trying to make this take as long as possible to see if John Garrett will get his car out on track. John Garrett taking his sweet time. I know he wants to be showing off on the broadcast. So we'll just stare at Cody Brown's car for a while. Beautiful AC Delco car. There it goes. John Garrett starts fifth in the Crazy Owls Chevrolet. Footwear screen on the back there. Yeah, Texas native. Going to be running the Texas race here. Good times. Travis Scrimmetta, Crown Royal Ford. He'll roll off in the sixth spot. And you have Hayden Knoll in the Napa Pontiac. He'll start seventh, a very deep starting spot for Hayden. Very uncharacteristic of him. Probably a little surprised by the looseness in quali. Then you have Scott Elston, the 85 Proline Chevrolet. He rolls off in the 8th spot. Once again, trying to take as long as possible. Waiting for Prochaska and Scherer to get out on track. I see Scherer's nose there, but don't see Prochaska. Yeah, he's not out there. Dang it, Jeff. So then we'll have Jeremy Scherer starting 10th. And number 15, High Point Ford. Patsy Catalano in the M9 SimSport Chevrolet starts in the 11th spot, and Will Asherbrenner Fort Worth Screen Chevrolet starts in 12th. Looks like we may be down to 11. Prochaska's team not grading up. High Point Ford Mustang. Yoink! Hope you enjoyed the tunes there from our friends at Labor 12. BCU's already getting their ass kicked. It's perfect. Field working around on the pace lap. Ian Montrose, Trenton Sneed, your front row. Cody Cleaver, Cody Brown, and all Cody second row. John Garrett, Travis Scrimmetta, row 3. Pace car is off, and here we go. Arc Music Gen 4 Cup Series from Texas. Is it go? Top handful getaway clean. Cody Brown, a little bit of a slow start on the high line, fades back. John Garrett will pounce up into the 4th spot. Montrose trying to hang on here through the lead. Trenton Sneed, a hell of a run off the top of turn 2. Trenton, full send mode up there. It's going to get a little tight there. Montrose has to get out of it. Trenton Sneed's going to lead the first lap. Nicely done, Trenton. Montrose going to lose second to his teammate. Cody Cleaver in the 2 on the high line. John Garrett right there in the 66. Trenton takes his Corvette to the lead. Heard him say he's not a fan of the car and track combination. Here he is leading. Pulling a Blake Giglio. Blake would say similar things and go out and dominate. Teammates still battling for second. So everyone else seems to be fairly single file. Montrose drives it in hard on the inside. Gets up and clears his teammate Cody Cleaver. See Jerry Scherer, he's battling in the 15 with the 54 of Catalano. Battle for the 8th spot. Scherer gets clear. Scherer holds 8th, Catalano 9th, Elston 10th, and Asherbrenner in 11th. Trenton still out front, his beautiful 81 Corvette. Montrose Cleaver, your top three. Then John Garrett and Hayden Lowell's up to the 5th spot. He started 7th, so he's gained 2. Cody Brown outside or 2nd row. He's fallen all the way down into 7th. And it gets tight with that wall coming up turn 4. Drivers are telling us pre-race. It starts off kind of loose on entry and then pushes on exit. And kind of as the run goes, it kind of flip-flops. And you get tight on entry and loose on exit. A little bit of a blink there from Skrmetta. Just ahead of Brown. John Garrett's up the hill. Hayden Lowell's looking inside. There goes the 1 car. Ian Montrose inside. Race leader Trenton Sneed. Wrapped it right around the bottom. Trenton didn't put up much of a fight. Ian Montrose. Pole sitter goes back to the lead. Trenton's 2nd. Cleaver still 3rd. Hayden Lowell's gotten by John Garrett up to the 4th spot. And Napa Pontiac runs 4th just ahead of John Garrett's Camaro. You have the Ford of Travis Skrmetta. '17 Cody Brown. He's running 7th. Jeremy Scherer 8th. Scott Elston 9th. And there's Catalano. He's fallen to 10th. And there's Asheretter in the 31. Closing in on Catalano. Montrose almost a half-second lead now. Trenton now in a fight with the 2 of Cleaver. Trenton may have gone a little too hard too fast. Since he's fallen back into the clutches of the rest of the field now. Up the hill goes the 2. Cody Cleaver trying to see if he can find a way past the 81. Doesn't appear to be that high line. That is how Trenton got the lead. Oh, the 26/77 Travis Skrmetta pancaked the wall there. Oh, the back end kick out there on exit. Getting to that point of the run where the exits are getting treacherous. Montrose up the hill. Trenton Sneed looking back to the inside. Battles on once again for the race lead. John Garrett working inside Hayden Lowell. We got battles going on all over the place now. 66 inside 56. Now 56 going to go outside the 2. Didn't quite have it on exit though. Now John Garrett back to the back bumper of the 56 car. Hayden Lowell. Cody Brown had a moment, had to really lift in the 17. He's fallen way back now into the clutches of Scott Elston. Trenton still putting pressure on for the lead. It's showing the nose going into 3, not quite there. Hayden inside Cleaver for 3rd. I think Hayden's going to have that one as he catches the grass a little bit there. Fortunately, not the cars with splitters, so they doesn't destroy and dig into the grass. Cleaver all the way up to the wall. I think he knocked some of the dust off the wall. He was so high. See Skrmetta now looking inside Garrett for 5th. Back up front. Ian Montrose had a moment. Trenton Sneed trying to capitalize. Gets to the inside of the 1 car. As Montrose struggled off of turn number 4. Trenton took full advantage over the inside. Trenton back to the lead. Hayden Lowell made his way up from 7th to 3rd. He's going to dive to the inside of the 1 of Montrose. Ian gets it out wide on exit, and that is going to allow Hayden to take over 2nd. He has 4/10 to catch up to the race leader Trenton Sneed in the 81. Like Cody Brown coming to the pit lane in the 17. He's hit the outside wall hard. Right front all caved in on that car. Keep you updated on his progression as he hits the pit lane. Looks like the top 10's now gone single file. Trenton leads by 4/10 over Hayden. Then Montrose and Cleaver, the teammates. And you have Skrmeta, John Garrett. Sharing share the high point forward. Patsy Catalano in the 8th spot. Scott Elston is 9th. Will Asherbrenner in 10th. And then on the pit lane, Cody Brown did a 4-tire stop and headed back out in the 17 AC Delco Chevrolet. One lap down, he'll hope for a caution or for the cycle of green flag stops to complete. Ian Montrose now being harassed and hounded. Those are the two words I put together by the two at the 77. Here comes John Garrett. Looks like he saved his stuff. He closes right in on this group. And we have Cody Cleaver going for a blink. Cleaver going right back to that very high line. John Garrett trying it out with him. I'm going to run down the backstretch. Cleaver nowhere to go with his, but Skrmeta gets inside Ian Montrose. Cleaver disappears while they're going 3 wide. That's scary. Travis Skrmeta gets them both. Skrmeta up to 3rd. Nice 3 wide pass there to get a twofer. Gets by the teammates, Montrose and Cleaver. Now John Garrett trying to do the same, but he is all over the high line. Gap up front's now under 3/10. Hayden start to close in. Garrett on the high line around Ian Montrose. Cody Cleaver trying to fight back with Skrmeta. All kinds of spots changing hands those last couple laps. Down under 2/10 for the race lead. And Skrmeta and a 2 of Cody Cleaver. Cleaver looks inside as they get to the start-finish line. He's going to get the 3rd spot away from Skrmeta. Cleaver up against the fence there. A little too high on corner exit. Oh my gosh, Trenton Steed way up at the top. That is going to be Hayden Lowell on the inside trying to take the lead away. Trenton was so high in 3 and 4. I don't know if that was on purpose. It looks like he is trying to run that line right on the wall. That's something you see a lot at this track. Normally that preferred line's where Hayden is, but he's making it work. Look at the speed he gets down the backstretch. My goodness. Seems to be not as optimal in 3 and 4, so this time Trenton goes back to the bottom. Takes the air off the nose of Hayden Lowell. I bet you he goes back to that top in 1 and 2. He had all kinds of speed down the backstretch. Oh, he's going to run it middle. I don't think Hayden was ready for that either, as he lost some time in the wake of Trenton Sneed. Car is very aero sensitive. Cody Cleaver and Skrmeta once again battle for 3rd. Cleaver up on the high line, Skrmeta low. John Garrett waiting in the wings to see if he can pick up some of the spots here. All of a sudden, Hayden's car is really falling off. As I say that, Trenton makes a mistake and Hayden closes back in. Trenton going to run that high line again in 1 and 2. See if he gets a similar run off that top line. Nope, he gets the wall. That'll slow him down. That should give the race lead to Hayden. Hayden will charge it in the bottom on 3. Should be able to clear up in front of Trenton. And there is your change for the lead. Hayden takes over on lap 24. Started 7th up to the lead before the first pit stops. Only car that's been to the pit lanes, Cody Brown. There is Cody. Currently 1 lap down. He pitted 10 laps ago, so he's got 15 lap fresher tires. He's currently running 32nd laps. The leader is running 31.5, so he's making up a second and a half a lap. That'll be true until the leaders pit. So we got a 4-pack of cars going for the race lead as Hayden had a bit of a struggle off the corner. That really stacked him up. John Garrett comes into the picture. We got 5 cars going for the lead. Trenton back to the bottom. Skrmetta having blink. Trent Sneed back to the point in the 81. Here goes the 2, Cody Cleaver. Is this weakness out of the 56, or did he have a mistake? Oh, the 2 catches the grass and about wrecks on the front stretch. Actually does a whale of a job not crashing. John Garrett has decided he is in his pit window. 66 on pit lane. So it looks like he's going for a 3-stop strategy. And they'll get him to the end of the race. Cleaver, once again, all the way up to the wall. He's brushing it that time. That's going to lose the 3rd spot. A little too high. Skrmetta takes over 3rd. Check back in. Scherer's in the 5th spot now. Montrose has fallen to 6th. And you have Catalano 7th. Elston is 8th. Ashbrenner 9th. Cody Brown, first car 1 lap down in 10th. John Garrett just coming off the pit lane. He'll be 11th. And he will have the freshest tires on track. He will be the fastest car on the track. See what John can do. Now he's bolted on that fresh set of tires. See Trenton's back in, kicking out on corner exit there. Go ahead and get our driver chat in here, see what's going on.
Hungry.
Did you say he's hungry? Hayden's car dancing all the way down the backstretch. Putting on pressure for the lead. Trenton has it. Hayden wants to get it away. Meanwhile, Skrmetta hits the pit lanes. Cleaver takes over 3rd. Right at lap 30 for Skrmetta. Makes me wonder if he can try to 2-stop it. If he can go a little bit longer than the next one. Not sure what their fuel window is today. I didn't get to talk to Trenton much about it. I did talk to Trenton, just not about it. It's like Trenton and Hayden both come in the pit lane, bringing Cody Cleaver with them. All 3 of them hit the pit lane. Obviously, Cody Brown stays out, so he's already pitted. There's John Garrett. They unlap themselves as they go by the leaders. All the leaders on the pit lane. Will Ashbrenner going to go longer in the 31. He takes over the race lead in the Fort Worth screen printing Chevrolet. Have yourself a lap, lad, will you? Check back in on the pit lane. See Montrose getting into his box. Obviously going to be 4 tire stops. This pit lane's very busy place. Ashbrenner going 1 lap longer. He slows down to pit road speed. Cody Brown, he's going to be 2nd after the cycle goes through. Of course, he has 17 laps on his tires now. But he's currently 2nd. See if Ashbrenner officially leads the lap, and there it is right there. Ashbrenner across the line does lead that lap. Gets himself a bonus point. Before Cody Brown comes around and takes the race lead, John Garrett will be 2nd. John Garrett has fresher tires than Cody Brown. Should see the 66 to the bottom. So Cody won't get the lead a lap. John Garrett takes the point. Going through turns 1 and 2. See Travis Skrmeta in third. He's 1.47 behind, has fresher tires in both of them. Should be easy work to get by Cody Brown. He has much fresher tires. John Garrett, however, only 3 laps difference. Could be a little bit tougher. John Garrett gets the lap ledge. Skrmeta second, Brown third. Trenton's back up to fourth. Looking at pit times, no one picked up a penalty on their stops, so that's good. Everyone stays in contention. Hayden Lowell in fifth. Cody Cleaver 6th, Ian Macho 7th, Jeremy Scherer 8th. And you have Catalano 9th, Elston 10th, and Asher in 11th. Asher freshest tires on the track now. Oldest tires belong to Cody Brown. Cody in third, drifting backwards towards Trenton and company. Here go the fresh rubber. 81 inside the 17. He'll take over the third spot. Cody Brown rubbing up against the wall. He wanted to stay out of the way in a big way. Gets way up there. Cody Cleaver want to swoop around the outside of the 17, take over the 5th spot. Just like that, Cody Brown falls to 6th. Next one is Montrose to catch up to him. Montrose waited. No, he didn't. He's just that far behind to cross the line. I was going to say he pitted on a different lap, but no, he pitted with most of the group. Skrmeta came 1 lap early. Now he is fighting John Garrett for the lead. About 3 lap difference on the tires here. There goes Skrmeta out front. And disappears. And out front again. Travis Skrmeta takes over the race lead. John Garrett, Trenton will be tracking down John Garrett. .7 and dropping the gap between Garrett and Sneed. Hayden's made his way back up to 4th. Montrose gets by Cody Brown as Cody Brown hits the pit lane once again, lap 37. I think Cody's going for an extra stop compared to everybody else. Cody wants to use up all the tires. Be interesting to see how that works out. If it stays green. Skrmeta on point. Garrett running a high line now in second. Trenton Sneed 1.9 back of Garrett, so he is closing the ground. Has Hayden Lowell catching him. And you see the Buc-ee's car of Cody Cleaver in the background. Hayden Lowell 4th, Cody Cleaver 5th, Montrose is 6th, well back. Jeremy Scherer in 7th, Catalano 8th, Elston in 9th, Asher in 10th. And Cody Brown on that extra stop strategy, currently last, 1 lap down, but he is on the freshest tires now. See if he can make some progress. Let's go on board with the Napa car. Looking ahead at Trenton Sneed, that's your battle for 3rd spot. And 2 cars off in the distance, that is 1st and 2nd, so they are relatively close to one another. Hayden get a little tight, start pushing up there. Waiting on the full throttle till right about there. Down into turns 1 and 2. See how long he can wrap the bottom. He starts to push up a wee bit, but still pretty low. Both these cars are catching John Garrett in 2nd. The drivers on their different pit strategies. Garrett has 4 lap older tires than these cars catching him. You saw how long he was ahead of them on track. I think that's his play, trying to short pit and get track position. So now with Cody Brown having pitted, I believe the next one to pit will be John Garrett. Garrett pitted 27. I'm guessing close to halfway we'll see John Garrett. Should be at the lap 55. And by the way, we do give away points at halfway. Top 10 receive points. John Garrett catches the grass there. Trenton's move up to second. We'll watch Hayden set up John Garrett for the pass. John goes to the high side. Hayden will make his way through. Move Hayden up to P3. See the 6/10 behind Trenton Sneed, and they are 2 seconds in closing on Travis Skrmeta. Checking on Skrmeta. There he is out front. Crown Royal Ford. There's the gap back to Trenton. His 81 Corvette. Hayden slowly reeling in Trenton. So Cody Cleaver has caught John Garrett for the 4th spot. We'll follow him into the corner. They're both running the high line. Cody's going to have to find somewhere else to go. Drops it down to the bottom. And he'll clear John Garrett for the spot. Cody Cleaver up to 4th. Garrett starts to fade. Wonder when his next pit stop will be. Probably, I would say, just after 55. Make sure he gets as many points as he can. Hayden Trenton second and third, closest battle on track right now. About 3/10 separate them. Chevy versus Pontiac battle right behind the race leader. So they've got it down to 1 second. This was 2 seconds very, very, very recently. So they are putting down some lap times there in second and third, trying to run down Skrmeta. See, most of the times made up through the corners. Lets me know that the tires are a little bit better than advertised. That's a 1 lap difference. They shouldn't be that much better. So I think Skrmeta maybe burned his up a little bit out in front. Trenton and Hayden steadily close again. Down now under 7/10. Checking in on the VCU Utah game. That's going poorly. Top 3 now, just about all bunched up. They approach halfway. 55, end of lap 55, we'll give out points to the top 10. So all for 1 car. Sure, most drivers will try to stay out until that lap. Except for the Cody Brown machine, which had to come down pit road early. So at the moment, it looks like Cody will be the car that misses out on points at halfway. Top 3, all within a half second. Trenton really made up ground through that corner, my goodness. Right on the back bumper. Skrmeta had a little bit of an issue there through 1 and 2. The car stepped out on him a bit. That time Trenton's back in, kicks out, coming off turn number 4. Had to catch it. Saw him do a little tank slapper there. About 4.5 laps away. Giving away halfway points. Hayden with a big wiggle off of turn number 2. That's going to cost him time. Trenton's going to look to the inside for the lead. Skrmeta giving him the room. And Trenton will take over the top spot. Saw Travis back in, kicking out once again, trying to put the power down on that Crown Royal Ford. Hayden's going to go to the outside in his 56 Pontiac. Way up to the top of the track. And Hayden going to keep the foot down and take over second on the high line. Skrmeta gives him the space. So now Trenton back in the lead in the 81 Corvette. Hayden Knowles Pontiac runs second. And Travis Skrmeta's Ford falls to third. Trenton back in the laps led column. Ashburn recently got around Scott Elston. That was for 9th spot. The only other cars close to one another, it's our top 4. Sneed, Lowell, Skrmeta, and Cleaver's not too far away. Everybody else pretty far spread out. John Garrett running 5th by himself. There's Montrose 3 seconds back of Garrett. Scherer 2.5 back from Montrose. Catalano is 5 seconds back from Scherer. Lash Renner another 7 seconds back. He's close to Elson, but just past him, so that's not really a battle at the moment. Cody Brown 1 lap down, running 11th in his AT Delco Chevy. He's on a different pitch strategy than everybody else. Hayden putting the pressure on as we come to halfway here. Doubt Hayden's ego will let him run second at halfway. Trenton wraps the bottom. Hayden trying to find the run through the center. See what kind of run he gets on him down into turn number 3. He's peeking to the bottom. Will he complete the pass, or will Trenton be able to get a run off the high line and hold him off for the halfway points? Here we go. It's going to be Trenton picking up the 10 points. 10 points for Trenton, 9 for Hayden, 8 for Travis Skrmeta, 7 for Cody Cleaver. Zariah, thank you for the resub. Appreciate you so much. John Garrett gets 6 points. Ian Montrose will pick up 5. Looks like Jeremy Scherer will pick up 4. Catalano will grab 3. Ashebranner should pick up 2, and Elson will pick up the final point. And that's how they run it halfway. 6 months from Zariah. Appreciate you so much. Half a year. Wonderful to have your support as Trenton leads, and your favorite driver Hayden's running second. Started 7th. And John Garrett, as expected, right after halfway, hits pit lane. Got his points and came down the pit lane. John hits his box as we look at the back of the pit lane. Some beautiful pit road cameras we got here. There he is. Hayden keeping that pressure on up front. I believe all the drivers have to make 2 more stops, so we'll see. John Garrett completes his. He falls down 1 lap down 11th. Cody Brown, Scott Elston. Elston just going a lap down. Will Ashburn probably not far away from having the same fate. They were running pretty close together. Battle for the lead. Trenton up high. Hayden way down on the bottom line. Trenton hangs on to the lead for now. And Cody Cleaver and Travis Skrmeta. Skrmeta's coming to the pit lane. And Cleaver stays out, and Skrmeta from 3rd brings the Crown Royal Ford down the pit lane. Also on the pit lane, Scott Elson's. He had just gone a lap down. And since he was a lap down, good time to try and flip the pits just in case of a caution. We're in the midst of a long green flag run here. Been green since we dropped the initial start. A few cars have bounced off the outside wall, but nothing too drastic. Cody Cleaver 1 lap later. 1 lap later, the 2 car hits the pit lane. He liked the idea that Travis Skrmeta had. John Garrett, meanwhile, did not get anywhere close to Travis Skrmeta. Skrmeta's still getting out of the pit lane, but still. Cody Brown Hasn't even gotten back to Scrimmetta yet. He's not going to either. Asherbrenner up to 5th as Cody Cleaver and Jeremy Scherer both on the pit lane. Here comes the leaders, Trenton and Hayden. Check in on Montrose. He's sliding it into the pit lane. Very possible he picked up a penalty there. We'll have to keep an eye on his time. Sliding it in right at the line. Catalano hits the pit lane. Asherbrenner stayed out 1 lap longer than everyone else last time, and he is going to stay out again here. See if he stays out for 1 lap or 2. Off the pit lane, it is Trenton and then Hayden. Montrose in his box. Let's see what his timing is. He's at 12 right now. If he goes beyond 15, we know it was a penalty. He is down and away, so Montrose able to get it slowed down. Not pick up that penalty. Rejoins the race. Cars that still need to pit, Will Asherbrenner and soon Cody Brown on his extra stop strategy. William does stay out that extra lap, so 31 laps on both of his first 2 runs. Tells me he's running it dry and will probably go to 93 on the next run. Will Asherbrenner out there getting himself a lap lead. He's currently got 5 seconds over Travis Scrimmetta. Travis has already completed his stop. Here comes the 31 to the pit lane. And the field. Scrimmetta, Cleaver, Sneed, and Lowell. Those 4 are all bunched up now. There they are on your screen. Scrimmetta, Cleaver, Sneed, and Lowell, your top 4. Of this top group, Scrimmetta was the first one to pit. He's got 4 laps on his tires. Cleaver was the next one to pit. He has 3 laps on his, and then Sneed and Lowell at the same time, 2 laps on theirs. Scrimmetta using that short pit to get the track position. You guys had a bit of a long stop, and I'm not really sure why. Travis Scrimmetta had a 15.5 second stop. 15 for Cody Brown, 15.1 for Scott Elston. Those are unusually long. You don't normally see 15s. Cody Brown's fallen now to 6th spot. He will have to pit relatively soon. 28 laps since that car's been to the pit lane. See Asherbrenner coming out of the pits, running 11th. He'll have the freshest tires on track now. See if he can run back down Scott Elston. Cleaver challenging for the lead in the deuce. The Buc-ee's car up high. Looking outside the Crown Royal machine. He's got it there. And that backstretch, that run you get off the high lane, just so impressive. Cleaver powers to the lead around the outside of Travis Scrimmetta. Scrimmetta fighting back on that inside line, although you saw him get a bit crossed over.
Thank you for checking up.
Sounds like Cleaver had a bit of a moment off the corner.
That's what you call a moment.
Hayden chimes in. .68 laps, green flag run, and the top 4 are all right on top of each other. Can't ask for much more, really. Drivers putting on a good show. Cleaver, Sneed, Scrimmetta. Then Lowell as Sneed gets up to the 2nd spot, clears Scrimmetta. And we'll see if that Corvette can run down the Buc-ee's car. I think Hayden's biding his time with his tires and not really pushing the issue at the moment, because he has been riding in 4th this whole time. Normally we see him be rather aggressive. Not been so here this run. Clear out front, Sneed second. And Skrmetta and Lull. 40 laps to go. Should see one more pit stop from most cars. Well, Ashburner must have had an issue because Cody Brown came down for his pit stop and stayed ahead of Ashburner. Sneed putting on pressure for the lead. Let's go on board with Skrmetta and just watch from his car. Look up ahead. Looks like Trenton's going for that lead as we did that. Cleaver up high, right up by the wall. Sneed in the Corvette down low. Wrapping the bottom lane. He will take the race lead. Trenton Sneed powers back out front. So we catch the action from on board the Crown Royal Ford. Just jump up to Hayden. Get a little bit closer battle here. Skrmetta's fading a bit. This is our top three coming off turn number 2 at Texas. This is Legacy Texas, if you're wondering, where we have actual banking in turn 1 and not the weird, flat, wide corner that no one likes. Hayden trying to set up the 2 of Cleaver. See him back up the corner a little bit more. Probably give him a good run off. Cleaver's getting sideways there. Hanging on to it. Here goes Hayden to the inside. And it looks like Hayden's going to clear him. It's a little bit tighter than he probably wanted, but Sneed leads, Hayden second, and Cleaver is now third. Watch from the Buc-ee's cars. See how Hayden tries to run down race leader Trenton Sneed. 35.5 laps to go. Screaming down the backstretch. Quite a good crowd today. And these two on equal strategy, pitted at the same time. Next car to hit pit lane, probably going to be John Garrett. Probably as soon as he gets in his pit window. He's currently running 5th. Hayden going to try the top. Leaving Trenton away to the left down there at the bottom. Here I'm having to work the throttle to not hit the wall. And this is the run you get running that high line. See him catching up to the back bumper. See if he does it again down on this end. He decides to ride low. Cleaver and Skrmetta have fallen back a ways off this battle, so we're just hanging out with the top 2 right now. I believe that is the yellow car Patsy Catalano up ahead. See running high in turn 1 and 2. Hayden right on the back bumper of that Corvette. Both of them trying to get the throttle down. Hayden about lost it, had to get out of the throttle. He's going to show the nose anyway. Trenton doesn't care. Drops it down to the bottom. Hayden's going to drive it in deep, slide it up the hill. That's going to cost him a little bit of tires, and that's going to cost him a little bit of time. Look at him sliding the back end. You can hear him having to go all the way out of the throttle. He wants to go to the lead, but car not working with him. Trenton scoots away by a half second. Hayden trying hard. Can't believe how well you can hear that. Completely out of the throttle. Cody Cleaver even closing back in. Hayden had to drop back so much. Well, we're looking at 30 laps to go. We should start seeing people roll the dice in that window to make it to the end. John Garrett currently in 5th. We'll see if he's one of the first ones to pull the trigger. It's been 22 laps since he pit. If he cuts that in half, he'll go 4 more. We'll see what he decides to do in the 66. Currently 10 seconds back at Skrmetta. He's got to throw something at him. And you have Skrmetta, Lowell, Snead. It's been 20 laps since Skrmetta came down, so I think he'll be the first of our top 4 contention to come down. You see our top 4 spread out all down the backstretch now. Keeping an eye on the timing and scoring, see if anyone peels off. So far, nobody. Skrmetta lost a ton of time that lap just on older tires. 2.9 down to his average lap time. This car really falls off. Jeremy Scherer lost a bunch of time, and here it is, John Garrett. As we thought, first one to peel off. Garrett in the 66 making his final stop. Meanwhile, Hayden's putting on pressure on Snead again. Battle for the lead's been pretty good this race. Scott Elson also in the pit lane. And John Garrett comes back out in 8th as Cody Brown goes around and drop him to 9th. But he is done pitting, so we'll see how high John Garrett can climb with this short pit strategy. So our leaders are catching Catalano, last car in lead lap in 7th. Catalano running up high in front of Hayden. Hayden's going to have to drop it down on exits and not run into Catalano. Now Hayden to the bottom as Trenton goes high. Skrmetta has hit the pit lane. He's going to try to cover the John Garrett move. So Skrmetta hits the pit lane. First of our top 4 cars that have been relatively close to one another. Now we'll have to see when Trenton and Hayden decide to come down along with Cleaver. Cleaver's falling back 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. So he'll have to throw something at him. And here he comes. He's decided to do it now. He's going to cover up Skrmetta. He got all kinds of sideways onto the pit lane. We'll see if he got it slowed down in time. Waiting on Snead and Lowell. When will our top 2 make their stop? See Scherer in the 15 is joined on the pit lane. Snead and Lowell both stay out. 23 laps to go. They definitely both have to pit. Hayden's car all over the place down the back stretch. Jeremy Scherer hitting the pit lane, coming off the pit lane, excuse me. Leaders stay out another lap. The longer these leaders stay out, the more advantage it's going to be for guys that pit. So Cody Cleaver and Skrmetta. Cleaver is out in front of Skrmetta, by the way. There they are. 5th and 6th currently. Already completed their final stop. Cleaver leading all the cars that can make it to the end in 5th right now. He wraps around the outside of the 31 of Asherbrenner. Snead and Lowell stay out once again. Right now, those 2 cars in Montrose, the only ones on the lead lap.
He took fitting.
There's Hayden coming to the pit lane. And Trenton's coming too. '81-56 hit the pit lane together. Corvette Pontiac. Ian Montrose well behind. Let's see what he ends up doing. He's going to stay out. Probably run his tank dry just to hope for a caution, I would guess. Catalano right there with Cleaver as Cleaver takes the spot away. I'm not going to lie, that scared the bejesus out of me. Cody Cleaver going to move up to second as he gets ahead of Trenton Sneed and Hayden Law. Those two cars are going to have to run him down. There goes Skrmeta by. So that's what that short pit looks like. Those leaders stayed out quite a while. It is. It is a league race indeed. Every Wednesday night we run our Gen 4 Cup Series. Still time to get in there. We allow people to join all the way up till the playoffs. Catalano hits the pit lane in the 54. Elston gets by. Elston has much fresher tires than Montrose, and Montrose going to bring it to the pit lane. That'll hand it over to Cody Cleaver. Cleaver's gap over Skrmeta, 4.4 seconds. Skrmeta in third currently, but that'll both move up once they get past the pitting machine of Montrose. There's Cleaver into the lead. Montrose on the pit lane. Not even to his box yet. Skrmeta will sweep by for second. Trenton Sneed goes to third, and Hayden Law fourth. Those three are all together. And all about 4.9 seconds behind race leader Cody Cleaver. Skrmeta, big slide there. It's going to hand the spots over to Trenton and Hayden. That's the worst thing Cody Cleaver could have seen. He wanted those guys to have to work to get past Travis Skrmeta, but Skrmeta just wasn't up to the challenge. Hayden takes over third. Trenton takes over second. They are 4.8 seconds back from Cody Cleaver. Cleaver is in traffic with Cody Brown going by him. Going to hurt his lap time a wee bit. Cleaver 4.8 and dropping over Trenton. 18 laps to go. It's plenty of time for Trenton to get there. Cody has to hope they burn up their stuff trying to catch him. 4 laps difference. You wouldn't think that's a lot, but at Texas, where it's like driving on a cheese grater at Legacy, Texas, yeah, it's a big difference, 4 laps. Underneath 4 seconds already. Hayden right there with Trenton as they appear to be not trying to fight one another to try and save their stuff to get up front. 15 and a half laps to go as he drives down the backstretch in that number 2 Bucky's car into turns 3 and 4. Three and a half seconds, so this gap is dropping way too quickly for Cody Cleaver. They're gaining about a half second a lap. Not ideal for the 2 car. At this rate, they should catch him in 7 laps and have 8 laps to get by him. With fresher tires, that should be fairly straightforward. But we'll stick around. There's a reason why we run the races, see how it plays out. Cleaver at the stripe. Back to Sneed. Gap is dropping drastically. That's not the one we want. That's the one we want. See Trenton directly ahead. Then we're going to peek up ahead and look for that red and yellow machine. There it is. The next car on the track. Heading into turn 3 right now. That is the race leader. So they are catching him in a hurry. Gap's down to 2 seconds. Hello, Wesley. Hope you're having a delightful day. You'd probably be kicking butt in this race here. It's your kind of race. See both Trenton and Hayden catching that yellow and red machine. Now we can see him all the way through the corner. Gap under a second and a half. 12 laps to go from Texas. Cleaver has to be hearing the Jaws music right about now. It's Trenton closing in on our race leader. Oh, Trenton had to get way out of it. Does Hayden miss him? He's going to get a run on him. Didn't quite have anywhere to go with it. It's a brief hold your breath moment there as Hayden closed in on the back of Trenton. Top three all now nose to tail. 10 laps to go at Texas. 2 car on a bit older tire. 81 and 56 on the same strategy, same pit lap. Trenton to the inside, going for the race lead as he goes past the number 2. And then Cody tries to get into the draft and break him up. Cody going to send Hayden to the high line. And stays in front of him. Trenton charges Zach underneath and takes over second. Cleaver falls to third, and now the battle is on for the race lead between these two. I feel like Hayden's been staring at the back of that Corvette most of this race. Once he got up from the 7th spot back towards the front of the field. He's had a lot of time to look at the words Corvette on the back of that car. Now 8 laps to go from Texas Motor Speedway. All positions are fairly spread out. Cleaver running third, a half second back already. Cody Brown, he's about a second and a half away from Scott Elson, and that is it outside of this lead battle. Hayden peeks the nose to the inside there. Showing the nose of that Pontiac. Trenton don't care. Trenton powers away. He'll lead another lap. 7 to go from Texas Motor Speedway. Can Trenton hang on here, or is Hayden just playing with him? Hayden's going to drive it in deep. If he drives up, and he will clear the 81. Will Trenton cut back to the inside? Hayden gets into the outside wall. Trenton tries to go back to the inside. I think there was brief contact made between the nose of the 81 and the rear of the 56, and Trenton back to the lead. See if Hayden upset the aerodynamics on that car at all. He did get the outside wall pretty hard there. Trenton back out front. 6 laps to go. Trenton back in, kicking out there, coming off turn number 2, but he hangs on to the lead. Down into 3 and 4 we go. Coming back to the stripe out of turn number 4. 5 laps to go. Chrissy in chat rooting for little brother in the 81. Hayden's going to send it in deep. Not quite as bad as last time where he went up into the outside wall. He has Trenton on the outside this time, so he's going to have to lift. And Trenton maintains the lead coming down the backstretch. Hayden right there. Trenton makes a mistake. Saw him slide the back end a little bit. Actually caused Hayden to have to lift a tiny bit. Trenton leads another lap. Now 4 laps to go from Texas Motor Speedway. This battle couldn't be any closer. They're catching the lap car of the 15 of Jeremy Scherer. That could come into play. Cody Brown's up against the inside wall. 17 car toes, so he doesn't bring out the caution. Nice gentlemanly move there. Trenton holding off the 56 for now. He is going to lead that lap. 3 laps to go from Texas. They close in on the 15 of Scherer. Trenton drives it down the hill. Come off the corner right behind Cher. Fortunately, didn't get too tight. Did get a bit of a push towards the wall, but not overly so. Hayden looking to the inside. Trenton trying to keep enough of the car there where he can't pass on the inside line. They're going to have to come off the corner low underneath Cher. 2 laps to go from Texas. Trenton still has the lead. Can he hang on for another 2 laps? Hayden's going to send it in deep once again on the bottom. Trenton likes the run you get off this top side. As long as Hayden doesn't clear him, he'll be able to use that run and push back ahead here. And there he goes, back to the point. And he'll go to the bottom down here in 3 and 4. I think Hayden's only shot's going to be overdrive 1 and 2 and see what happens. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Trenton Sneed, Hayden Lowell, your top 2. Locked in a fierce battle, and there goes Hayden driving it in deep in 1 and 2. Does not clear Trenton. Trenton trying to keep the nose there, get the run off the high line. They're going to fight down the backstretch. Trenton didn't get quite the run he normally does. Did not clear Hayden into 3. Hayden still not clear. Trenton fighting him hard. You see that Corvette wiggling all over the place. They're going to be side by side coming off turn number 4. It's going to be Trenton Sneed. He gets that Corvette out in front, and Trenton wins at Texas over Hayden Lowell. What a fantastic battle we were gifted there. These 2 drivers putting on a whale of a show for us. Great win by Trenton. Hayden brings it home P2. Cody Cleaver, your top 3. If we can get all 3 to the waiting room, please, and thank you. I'm going to go ahead and start our race interviews. I'm going to get Trenton while he's still fired up. All right, let me have it.
God.
What a battle that was.
Oh, I've been wanting to say this for I don't know how many years, man. A C4 Corvette has just beat y'all's ass.
Even Jeff Price in chat. Fuck yeah, finally the Corvette. Well, that has to feel good. You've been driving that Corvette for a while.
Oh, did my mic give up on that one?
Yeah, it got all kinds of weird and echoey.
Well, I screamed Viva the Underdogs at the top of my lungs.
There you go. Viva the Underdogs.
Holy shit, we beat Hayden.
You did.
I'm drenched.
He was worried about Cody Cleaver. He didn't even have you on his radar.
I didn't have him on my radar.
You hated this when we talked to you. You said this is a horrible combination. What do you think now?
I don't know. I'm shaking. I can't even process what just happened.
Your mom's saying congratulations. Travis said that was a fun
Hayden.
race. You did. You beat the Hayden.
Finally. Oh my god.
Well, do your burnout.
I didn't even do that, don't I?
Do.
Oh, this L98, get ready, boy. I know you've been waiting for this as long as I have.
Burn it
You
down.
hear that? 10,000 RPM. I wish that damn push rod could rev that high.
God, not the whole push rod thing. You might make Hayden crash again. Well, your car looks beautiful doing your donuts. You got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for this win tonight.
Oh, thank God. He gave me a lot of trial and tribulation waiting for this one, especially after last week, and I guess Bristol before that. Thank Hayden. I know he probably had a lot more he could have gave, but he ran me clean. I thought we were both junk. I think coming to 2 to go off of 2.
Yeah, I thought you were both about to die.
I was like, oh God, because I got tight. And I saw him throw the slider. I was like, Jesus. Because my tires, he was able to say his tires a lot better. I don't want to know what my tires were. I was 20% lower, but he was telling me to save. I was like, dude, if I save, you're passing me. I'm not going to get back around you.
And then he smacked the wall right in front of you.
Yeah, oh God. I was already tight, so I was already out of gas. I was like, shit. That's how much he saved his tires. And I was like, crap, he's getting tight, isn't he? Oh God, the slider failed. Oh shit. I just parked it back low as quick as I could. It's like, I'm still in it.
It's great.
And then I saw Cody Brown wreck, and I'm just like, no. Me and him both just like, no.
Don't bring out the yellow. Yeah, he towed it, thankfully.
Yeah, thank the entire C2X, Andrew, Jeff, Cliff, Nathan Lafayette.
Lafayette?
Lafayette, crap, did I pronounce it wrong again?
No, you said it right for once.
Okay.
You just said
Dude, my
Lafayette
brain-
for forever.
Dude, my brain's 1,000 miles an hour. I'm sorry. Beach
Trans
Jeff,
Technologies, Steve Toombs, GameStorm.
Yeah, Trian
Oh.
Technologies, TrianUSA.com. If you need access control, video surveillance, alarm, take a look at us. Sneak Tombstone Game Farm, Uncle Lee, Mom, Dad, Sister, Whitley, you're awake. Stay awake. We got some celebrating to do for this one. Yeah, McKissick's watching. Thank God once again. Crap, and most of all, tries the steering wheel. This T300's on its last leg. It's making awful racket.
Well, congrats on your win tonight. Great battle, and holy crap, that was entertaining. I hope we could get a finish like that every week.
Yeah, this special thing. I want to commemorate this one for Pawpaw. Thankfully, he was actually here the first day I got the vet. Whatever, he was not here when we got the Camaro, unfortunately. So he liked the vet. He liked it enough that he broke the hood on it, or the hood prop. So if he breaks it, that means he likes it. But yeah, this one's for him. Thank you for broadcasting. If I forgot anyone, I'm sorry. Last one, Ian, Big Block. He gave me a hell of a pep talk and words of wisdom over this last week. So thank you. He told me a lot of people told me I need to be a lot more aggressive and ruthless. Well, damn it, I think I was tonight.
Good enough anyway. Congrats on that win. And viva the underdogs.
Viva the underdogs.
Trenton getting the win tonight. I'll go catch up with Mr. Hayden All if we can find his car. I think he poofed pretty quickly. There he is. All right, let's go get a chat with Hayden. Hayden, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Swiss.
Well, what'd you need to maybe get past Trenton there? It looked like you gave it all you had, and then that one slider got ahead of him, but then found the outside wall.
Yeah, I tried to carry a little too much speed on the exit there, and I was starting to slide up, and I knew I was going to hit the wall, so I started telling Trent, I'm in the wall, I'm in the wall, I'm in the wall. So I think that kind of saved both of us from a catastrophic choke of this race. But really just if the setup was a little bit more stable at the rear, I think I could have gotten the power down coming off of 4 on the final lap there, and maybe would have I don't want to say I would have gotten him at the line, but it certainly would have been a hell of a lot closer. I couldn't really find a way around him all night.
Yeah, it looked like you were looking at the back of that Corvette a lot.
Yeah, I could never like clear him through 3 and 4 where I could like defend the top in 1 and 2 again. And he would just get a run every time off the top in 1 and 2. And Trent did about everything right tonight. Absolutely props to him. He's been driving really well recently, and he finally broke through. So that's really cool for him. And I knew I've got a couple of wins in the bank, and I made the wrong decision to try to help Trent at Daytona last week. So I wasn't going to do anything over aggressive. And I told him that, and then I smacked the wall right in front of him. So much for that. But overall, just a super fun race to go 110 laps caution free and have a battle like that side by side at the finish. And like I said in Xfinity, who said caution free races can't be entertaining?
10-4. Congrats on this P2. You got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for us this week.
Yeah, I would like to thank Napa Auto Parts, Arc Music, C2X, and Madigan Motorsports as always. Would like to thank you, Swiss, for putting on the broadcast. Usually this is where I would thank the league admin and the league sponsor, but I've kind of already got those covered. I'd like to thank all of the other sponsors over at the Sidewinder Racing Leagues and all the other admins that put the 9 leagues on 6 different days on and make them work.
10-4. Congrats on the P2 run. Put on a heck of a show for us, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you very much, Swiss.
And we go track down Cody Cleaver. See if Cody's waiting for us up in the waiting room. He is. Look at you, Cody. I'm so proud. Hi, Cody. DG, you got a copy?
Hello. Yes, I got you.
Well, you put on a very good race today, and for the long time, like 4 of you were kind of like the class of the field, all running together for most of it, and then looked like maybe at the last couple of last couple of pit stops, you kind of faded a little bit. What did you maybe need to hang with those 2 up front?
Like I said at the start of the race, better tires saving. It just had more tires with me than me by the end of it. So towards the end, I just started shortening my fuel or the pit strategy a little bit, just to try and see if I could get track position and hope the tires held on long enough to where they faded a bit while they caught me and could be more even. But never happened. Didn't pan out like I hoped it would. So, but yeah, I'd say that's what I needed.
10-4. We still a fantastic P3 run tonight. You got your friends, family, sponsor shoutouts for us?
Yeah, shout out to my boy Ian being in my chat. Shout out you for broadcasting this and everything. Arc Music for putting on the series. And like Hayden said, all the other sponsors that help us do what we do. It's always appreciated. And of course, I gotta shout out Buc-ee's. I can finally shout out this paint scheme on the broadcast for once. So, but yeah, all in all, good night.
You can hold it 500 miles so you get to Buc-ee's.
I can definitely do that.
10-4. Congrats on this good P3 run tonight. We'll see you back here next week.
Sounds good, DG. Thank you.
Cody Cleaver brings it home P3 tonight. Let's go ahead and run through our final running positions and get on out of here for the night. We have picking up the win, Trenton Sneed, popular win. Then Hayden Knowles second. Cody Cleaver getting the podium finished. And Travis Scrimmett and John Garrett pick up top 5s. Ian Montrose, Jeremy Scherer, Patsy Calano, Scott Elston will actually run your top 10. Your final finisher will be Cody Brown, as Perchatsky's team did not get the 5 car out on track. So that is our finishers here for tonight. Short field, as we had some conflicts with CTC going on. So thanks for everyone that came out tonight. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your night. And let's pay the bills so we can make everybody happy and keep this place going. We have Wild Horse Broadcasting and Trenton Sneed, who does our Monday night ARCA series. Appreciate him for doing that. Rev Sim Shop does our Dirt Street stocks every Tuesday night. Then we have Arc Music that put on our Gen 4 Cup series here tonight. Labor 12 does our Truck series every Tuesday night. Awesome rock band out of Lubbock, Texas. So since we're at Texas, give them a little extra love. Fort Worth Screen Printing, speaking of Texas, does our Thursday night Xfinity series. They won't be this week because we are off for Easter, but we'll be back at it next week with them, as well as Gold Eagle Syrup doing our Super Speedway series and CTC Race Network. All of those off the rest of this week. We will be doing them again next week. That is our IndyCar sponsor. Thank you for being here so much tonight. We appreciate you. If you want to be part of our group, community, whatever you want to call it, check out dgsracing.com. Click that big red snake. Also, April 27th, 1 month from today, we have our kids race. We have 34 paint schemes from the kids community of a elementary school in Bristol, Tennessee, 4th and 5th graders that gives us a bunch of paint schemes, and we go out and run it for them to give the kids a good time. So we need drivers. We got about 20 paint schemes checked off, so about 14 to go. We need about 14 drivers. April 27th, come grab yourself a paint scheme from the kids and race with us. You could win $50 or a number of other prizes that will be given away in this race. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you so much. DGSRacing.com. Have a great night.